I'm the Lorax. I speak for the trees. Get on your fucking knees.
Everybody, welcome to Pinky Pod. Thanks for joining us. We got Shaun Murphy here, and we're gonna do something everyone's favorite. Two white guys who know nothing about each other talking over webcam.
This is the first time we're meeting. It's exciting.
Yeah. My friend Jordan hit me up, and she sent me your Instagram story, and saying you want to be on a podcast, and I was like, he's a real comedian. He's got a special coming out. Like, what do you?
Yeah, baby.
Yeah. So I did not think you were gonna even respond to me.
Hell yeah. It's exciting.
No, yeah, and then I was, while I was waiting for you to come on here, I was looking through your Instagram, and you've been doing it. You've been putting in the work.
It would be funny if you, look at your Instagram, you're like, this guy sucks. You know what? I don't want to do this anymore.
We'll get into that. No. I thought you were Jim Twos.
I look like a lot of other white comedians. I get list a lot. Twos. We look more like in the face than he's much shorter than I am. But
yeah, Jim Twos is a crazy reference. We're gonna have to.
You're gonna pull in the listeners when we start with Shaun Murphy Jim Twos reference back to back.
How long have you been doing comedy in New York?
About 10 years. 20 years total. 10 years in New York.
Damn. Okay. So yeah, you've put a lot of time into this.
Yeah. Where are you? Let's get to know each other a little bit. Where are you coming at me from?
I'm in Utah, and I've only been doing comedy for 4 years here.
Okay. Are you in Salt Lake?
I'm in Ogden, which is like 40 minutes from Salt Lake. I don't get out there that much. I don't drive. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. Doesn't Ogden have a Wise Guys there? Isn't one of the rooms in Ogden, or am I wrong about that? Yeah, but they're only open on Fridays and Saturdays, and they only really showcase the the openers for the big acts. The local people and shit. They give them their little showcase. It's so fucked up to say little showcase when I'll never get offered one. They put on their little show.
All right, I've been to Salt Lake a couple times to do Wise Guys. Good room. Now, have you made it into Salt Lake to do their big room there?
I've only done the open mics there. I'm very I don't know if I get along with everyone there. I'm kind of the wacky yelling guy, and everyone else is kind of the calm Mormon person. You know what I mean?
Okay.
And I don't have a problem with starting a beef with anybody. I'm like,
can't be starting beefs.
Well, I mean, I just talk shit. This is how I am in my daily life. I'm just I'm a roast guy. You know what I mean? And I
see. One thing I've noticed though, and maybe as a roast type guy, you have this in your brain. You want to be able to. It's just as important to know when to be that guy and when to not be that guy. Does that make sense?
Yes.
If your mom's like, "I love you," you're not like, nice tits, lady." You gotta pick a time when to throw those things out there.
No, I have such a bad problem with that, bro.
Because that'll get you in the end. Because what I get, not a lot, but obviously bigger comics have this to a much bigger extent, is people have these parasocial relationships with you because people have podcasts and they think they know you, and then they'll just comment on stuff where they'll be like, hey, hey, ugly, and you're like, well, you don't know me, you can't just call me that.
Yeah.
It's a weird, roasting kind of works because you're in a frame of we're all having fun here.
Yeah.
So if you kind of bring that energy to just where it's not offered, people are like, what the fuck's this guy's problem?
Yeah, I cross post, so everything that's on my Instagram is also on my Facebook, and so now people are just roasting me when it's like, hey, my fucking mom sees this, bro.
Right. But that should rewire your brain of like, there's a right and wrong time to be the roast guy. I think.
Yeah, it's not always roasting, just like making like little jokes or whatever. It's just like that's just how I talk, damn near. Like,
I hear you. Well, what's also important for that is I feel like every comedian, especially every scene, but most comedians, they have their thread. Like if comedy fans could see into comedy threads, it's like, oh, we're probably talking shit about the same people you guys talk shit about, or you know what I'm saying? But it's like,
yeah,
you don't want to be that person who's constantly doing that publicly, because then it's kind of like, well, do your own shit, but I think it's important to have that valve release, like the thread, when you're like, you see some guy who's annoying you in the scene, and then you go to the thread and you're like, this fucking guy again. Like that's so helpful, because you don't get to do it publicly. You get to focus on your shit publicly and then get it out privately.
yeah. I think also everyone knows I'm very lighthearted and goofy, like even with the way I dress and so if I ever like hurt someone's feelings, I feel bad. Like I don't ever like really mean to hurt someone's feelings unless they hurt mine first, and then you'll see a switch go off on me where I'm like, I've been loading these up and keeping them back here for a long time, and now they're all just gonna be unloaded on you because you probably didn't even realize you said something that triggered me. And I saw you even went out of the country recently to do stand-up.
Yeah, I've done 3 weeks outside of 3 weeks in Europe, when I've opened for Norman 3 times.
Yeah.
In kind of varying Western European countries, and it's been pretty incredible.
Yeah, that sounds terrifying. I can.
It's well, the good thing I've noticed is, he's a big comedian. He has his fans. That there's not really much of a difference. Like it is. I've done a couple of shows. I've been to Germany. I've done a couple of shows kind of in Berlin, and they were fine, but they were much different than the shows I've done with Mark. Because in Mark, you're in a theater, you got a lot of expats, you got a lot of his fans that like know comedy. So there's not really a big. You don't really even have to change much. Like they kind of they know what Walmart is. They know what I'm saying. They kind of understand. If you're at just a bar show in Berlin for 50 people, it's still fine, I've found, but it is tougher because you don't have the same environment to kind of play to.
Yeah, and they're like, I expect maybe a language barrier or just like.
Yeah, but I think most people, if they're going to a comedy show, there's some like you'll notice it a little bit, but not as much as you might think.
Like, every few months they bring in, the Indian lady or whatever, the wise guys, and all the Indian people go and see them. It's not like I'm walking in that show like, what the fuck is going on?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, there are enough like, and I think comedy is, especially in English speaking cultures, like people, it's one of the American art forms. So like people kind of, I think, know what they're getting into in most regards.
Yeah, I think watching stand-up dubbed or subtitled would not hit the same, too. So if you're a comedy fan, you'd probably be picking up a lot of English trying to consume more comedy.
I think that's probably true, yeah.
It's crazy thinking of like a little German boy fucking talking like, I don't know, David Jolly or fucking...
Yeah, doing a tell or something, something like that. Yeah.
No, I'm thinking like Cam Patterson or something.
All the biggest comics of all time are, if not American, at least like American, British, Canadian. Like that, some version of maybe Australian, some version of that.
Yeah, we're still getting a lot of imports. Like, what's that guy's name? James McCannon or something.
Oh yeah, James McCann. He's Australian. Yeah.
Yeah, he's blowing up. Everyone's like, "Oh, best guest on Kill Tony." I'm like, "You're still watching that?" I love Kill Tony, but doing a minute in front of like that many people sounds scarier than, I don't know, doing 5 minutes or whatever, you know?
Well, yeah, because I also think, I mean, I don't really watch that show, but it seems like I don't want to say you're set up to fail, but I mean, you know, it seems like there's more of those people doing bad than doing good. So it's like you want to go on stage and have people be like, oh, this guy's probably going to be good, as opposed to like, I hope this guy sucks and we can all make fun of him, you know?
Yeah, I think it's way easier as a crowd to turn on, like have everyone turn on someone than it is for everyone to be convinced that they like you. In that environment, at least, you know? Especially when it's kind of like, oh, who loves to see comedians do bad on the show? I went to Oh, go ahead.
Go ahead. I was just going to say, we've all been to like those bad open mics where like a bunch of people bomb in a row, and it could go one of two ways. Either like the first good person seems like they're like Jesus. People are like, whoa, I didn't know this was possible. Or even the good people can't get the show unstuck from the mud. You know, usually it goes one of two ways. Either the crowd is like, this is bad, we're done with this, or they're just thankful whenever someone kind of goes on stage and has a pulse, and they're like, oh, finally, we wanted, you know, we're dying to laugh here.
It's so hard for me because the Wise Guys open mic, everyone there, they paid whatever $5 to be there. Like they tell you gotta laugh at every comedian. If it's their first time doing stand up, be extra loud. So it's like I never feel like I've really earned a laugh there. And then all the bar mics, it's like no one is even listening.
Well, that's the thing. That's why I kind of appreciate, like, some people might look down on those overly supportive mics, but it's like, dude, 98% of mics are the worst place on planet Earth at any given point. So like, if there has to be some phoniness in some, like, I'll take that. And also then, you know, like, if your shit doesn't work in front of the people paying attention who are like forcing themselves to laugh, it's probably not going to work at all, you know?
Yeah, I do like showcases and stuff, and I'll put people on that go to Wise Guys every week, you know? And then I have a crowd of people, that I've, you know, it's like my crowd, basically. And these are people who are, you know, they paid to be there, they're ready to laugh, like I'm cracking them up, being my crazy self, and then they go up, they don't really read the room, they do their same material with no energy, and then they get mad at the crowd for not, like, engaging with them. But it's like, you're the teacher at that point. You gotta like command the fucking students.
Well, that's I think that the biggest, one of the tougher lessons to learn doing stand up is how to play to different rooms.
Yeah.
Like, I think when you're first starting off, it's so tough to get anything working, and then you're kind of quickly thrown into like different situations, right? Of like, oh, this show I have to be clean. This show is entirely made up of people not my race. This show is a basement indie show. This show is more of a mainstream, you know, like, and those are like lessons you really got to take to heart. Of like, you're still mostly yourself, but you make like little tweaks of just, you know, the type of jokes you say, how you interact with the crowd, and all these stuff. It's like, you know, I've had shows early on where I was just like, you're thrown into the fire a bit, and you're just like, oh, I'm not prepared for what this is.
Yeah, I love that. I love the the fire.
Well, I think it's you get enough of that, it makes you a better comic, but you need to go through the lessons. Like, I don't think most comics can't be thrown into like, you know, new environments and like instantly kill, you know?
Yeah. It's tough. When I first started doing stand-up, I don't drive, so I would take the train all the way to the fucking open mic. And then since I was the new guy, they would put me on at the very end. And all I wanted was all these other comedians I wanted to be friends with to see me. And then so I would bomb to no fucking people, and then I'd have to get on a train and wish I fucking jumped in front of it, you know, just an hour, just like, do I give up?
What we got to start. We got to get you a car. What's the?
I used to have seizures, and now I fucking use it as an excuse. Like,
Oh, okay. How have you been seizure free for a while?
oh yeah, a long time. So
Oh, there you go.
yeah, but I'm also drunk and high all the time.
Oh, that'll do it. But hey, they have Ubers now. You know.
Yeah, they're cheap too. And I walk all the time. I'd probably be 300 pounds if I didn't walk so much.
That's true. That's true.
That's true. Yeah, we go way back.
I just want to get you a car. I feel like it'll change your life.
I know. I just need to find another dumb broad to move in and drive me around places.
Trying to sponge off ladies. I don't know. I don't know if that's a great. So that seems like a relationship bound to fail.
Oh my god. Yeah, no, the last one was fucking crazy. Dude, I have the worst luck with women. And there's also always fights at my shows.
Well, riddle me this. Next woman you meet, you're like, check this out. I got a car. She's already impressed. She's like, okay, all right, here we go.
Dude, my life would be so good if I had a fucking car. Like, I'd be able to go to open mics. I'd be able to fucking go to single moms all across town.
Yeah.
Take their kids to soccer practice, come back, do whatever we're doing.
I mean, this is a great life here.
Yeah. I don't even have my fucking food handler's license. That's what I'm supposed to be doing today. I need that before I'm out of a job.
What's a food handler's license?
You have to, like, every few years, you have to renew a license to work in the food service industry. And it's
is this a national thing or a Utah thing?
I'm pretty sure it's a national thing.
Oh, I mean, I worked fast food.
Yeah.
And I never heard of this, but I don't know if that's they don't give a fuck because it's fast food, or if that's a newer thing. This is news to me.
Yeah, it's like a 5-hour test that's basically like wash your hands, don't cough on things, and fucking cook the chicken long enough.
I mean, all good. It sounds like you're 3 for 3 so far.
Yeah, but do I gotta do this every fucking 3 years for the rest of my life? Like, goddamn, dude, can't I get fucking grandfathered in once I? What do I gotta get, salmonella or something? like it's even more extreme. Like, you know how sometimes like fucking with the Kevlar vest they shoot themselves point blank or something.
But it is weird because like in my mind I go, yeah, that is stupid, but then you see how stupid some people are, and you're like, oh, maybe it's good we're getting people to take these tests.
Yeah,
get a nice hand wash reminder every couple of years. You know, that's not the worst thing in the world.
Yeah, especially out here in Utah where everything is like run by fucking children. Every fast food worker here is like 15.
Yeah, I guess that's kind of. I'm from Buffalo originally, and that's kind of the same thing. Like, fast food was like, especially in the suburbs, it was kind of known as like not universally, but it's like a college age job.
Yeah, it's even worse here. I've seen like 13-year-olds working. They're all high or autistic, which is worse. Because they have no remorse. I don't know what happened with the fucking new generation, dude. They can't even look you in the eyes. It's like,
yeah, but it's probably one of those things you gotta go back. How old are you?
I'm 30.
Okay. So I'm 10 years older than you, and I bet looking back, like, we were probably just as shitty. That's part of getting older. Is you assume the young people are more shittier, and they probably are in certain ways, but probably not as much as, you know. If you had a video camera of you working fast food at 16, you'd be like, I guess I was pretty shitty.
Yeah, I was doing like worse shit. I was getting drunk. I started at a young age making YouTube videos, and we basically were like reenacting like Jackass, you know. But we were doing. It was the same era as like Mad TV, so we were also doing like blackface and like race fucking humor, like.
Well, maybe don't let those videos get out. Maybe pretend that didn't happen.
I think they're still up, bro. You could probably.
You gotta find those. You gotta take those down.
I don't care, dude. I was a kid. Whatever, dude. There's one where I'm like an Indian bride, and my friend sells me. And I'm a child. I'm like 13.
I do miss the era of like a Jackass era was like we're being dumb to ourselves. And I feel like now we're in an era where like other people are becoming the content, which I find very distasteful. Of like people doing pranks or people like
Yeah.
interviewing people where I'm like do your own. Don't have random people be part of your content.
Yeah.
Like at least the Jackass era be like, I'm, belly flopping into a pool of rat traps. It's like, okay, but that's just you're just hurting you. You're doing something with you. You know,
Yeah.
I appreciate that way more than people like bothering other people.
Yeah, like me bothering you as someone I don't know and interviewing you. You just talk shit to me right to my face, dude.
I didn't say you were bothering me. I don't think you're bothering me.
I'm just kidding, bro. What was your favorite place that you traveled to internationally?
A lot of the crowds are pretty good. This last run, Stockholm and Dublin crowds were kind of next level. But I really, it's just I haven't really left the country much until a couple years ago, so it's a nice opportunity to do that and see like a lot of different cities that I would have never gone to. Like Lisbon is beautiful.
I don't know, even know where that is.
I'll give you three. I think you could get it. I believe you.
You said
I'll give you three
Lisbon,
guesses. Lisbon. It's the
Australia?
capital of a country in Western Europe. You get three guesses.
All right. Well, it's definitely not the one I just said.
Yes, it's definitely not Australia, but I'm not going to even count that. That's how generous I am. That's how much I believe in you.
Austria. No.
No? I like how you said no before I did.
I have no clue, dude. I'm fucking
okay.
stupid. Is it Sweden? No, it's not.
That's Sweden.
I keep... Yeah, okay.
Portugal.
Dude, I never would have even thought that was Europe. I would have thought that's in Spain, dude.
Portugal's right next to Spain.
See, that's why I can't figure out a fucking card, dude. I'm still over here on the map.
Here's the thing: we'll get you a globe, a car, and then I think the women are going to come running. I really believe.
Dude, I've been studying this thing for a while. It's not working, dude. Holy shit. So, how long have you been working? When did you record the special?
I recorded the special at the end of August. Comes out January 6th on Tuesday. And and I've been probably working on it maybe 3 years, give or take.
Damn, okay. And how long is it?
It is a solid, I believe, 42 minutes.
Okay.
Which to me is the perfect. My first one, I have a special right now on YouTube, and it's an hour. And I think you could do an hour if you're a huge comic, but if you're not, you want people to click on the video, and you like between 40 and 50 sounds right to me these days for like more of an unknown comic where people are more willing to take the shot. It's not the full hour. Which is long if you don't know who the person is. It's tough to click on that.
Yeah, and then like with commercials or whatever, like 45 minutes is like an hour episode of like a TV show or whatever.
Exactly.
That's cool. And then have you already announced what you're calling it?
Calling it Long Story Thin.
Okay.
It's going to be on Norman's YouTube page.
Oh, nice.
I'm excited for it to come out. I think it came out really well.
You got to go to Skankfest next year?
I don't know. I have, I believe I applied last year, didn't get in. That's okay. I just don't know a lot of that, the main kind of crew.
Yeah.
I mean, I know like 90% of the people there. I just don't know. Like, I'm not a stand guy. So I just never run into like Lewis and people like that. I mean, I've opened for Big J once in Philly back in the day. I actually opened for Big J in Philly in like 2016, and the MC was Shane Gillis.
Damn.
That's where That's when I first met Shane. But yes, I just don't know a lot of the kind of crew that organizes that. But maybe, I'm obviously not against it in any way. I've heard good things.
Oh.
You went this past year?
Yeah, I've gone like the past 3 years.
Nice. How did this year compare to the other two?
Oh, this is the best one.
Oh, nice. It was in what,
New Orleans
this year?
Yeah. Yeah, and I got to run into Mark Norman, and it's funny because I have a lot of comedian friends who like aren't as deep into comedy that I'm into, and so I have a couple people who'll be like, "Oh, Mark Norman, all he does comedy, he sucks," and it's like, "Oh, tell me you just watch clips, dipshit. Like, what are you talking about?" Like,
well, I actually think I have a big, I don't know if it's a pet peeve these days, but a lot of comics I talk to, they're not watching comedy, which I find very strange. Like, they'll watch podcasts, they'll like know the gossip of comedy, they'll watch, like you said, some clips. But it's just strange to me, and I know it can be tough, but if we all love comedy, why aren't we watching hours? Like you see interviews with Scorsese, he's watching like fucking, dozens, maybe hundreds of films a year.
yeah,
Like Tarantino, all these people, they love movies. And I feel like you talk to any comedian and they're like, "Oh, I put on blah, blah, blah special. I turned it off after 10 minutes," or "I'm not going to watch that." And you're just like, well, shouldn't we be?
yeah.
Like,
if you're trying to fucking make it as a comedian, shouldn't you know who Jim Tooze is, bitch?
exactly. Or even just, I think you learn, filmmakers learn from movies. I think comedians learn from comedy. Even just simple stuff of like, say you have a joke about a cell phone and you watch a special and someone does a similar joke. You go, okay, maybe I don't do that. Like you kind of just learn what people are talking about. You learn what you like, what you don't like. Of like, I don't like how that person did that. I don't want to kind of do something like, like, I don't know. I think we don't watch enough stand up anymore, and I find that very strange.
I think that gets people comfortable too, and then they'll be like, "Oh, so and so stole this joke from me." It's like, no, I'm sure that joke has been done 100 times. You know what I mean?
I think 9 out of 10 accusations of joke stealing are not joke stealing.
Yeah.
Like I think it's a thing of like, "Oh, you did a joke about headphones. This guy has a joke about headphones," and you go like, yeah, most of the time those two people have probably even talked about it, and they go, "It's different enough. Let's both keep doing it." Like there's all these like amateur detectives out there trying to get people, and it's just like most of these people have talked about it or don't care, or like you do comedy long enough, you're going to have some jokes that sound like some other people's. It like in a perfect world there's none, but it just kind of is what it is at this point.
Yeah, my friend was complaining to me. He was like, "Oh yeah, this other comedian started doing pickup lines after I started doing them." I'm like, "What's next? He stole your knock knock jokes, dude? Who gives a shit, bro? That's the craziest thing to fucking complain about." Like, "I'm so brilliant, I started doing pickup lines on stage, and someone stole them, started doing it after me."
Well, and I think, no one, joke stealing does happen, but if you're, at the end of the day, if you're good, you just end up writing more joke. Like any joke people are like worried someone stole, 6 months, a year from now, you go, "Oh, I don't even think about that joke anymore."
Yeah.
Like, so eventually your output is enough that it's not that big of a deal. I mean, joke stealing does happen, but it does seem more rare than people think it is.
Yeah, or at least not as blatant as you would think.
Yeah.
Like fucking Dennis Leary. R.I.P. Bill Hicks. That's gonna be clipped out, and then we'll try and tag Bill Hicks or some shit. Because Josh, you're stupid. I know you're watching this. Just gotta fucking talk shit to the editor when I can. But I'm gonna be coming out to New York hopefully the end of February if this guy's not.
And have you been before?
Never.
Nice.
So I don't know. Maybe we can link up, do a live one, or maybe hit a mic or do a show.
Well, let me know. I actually haven't done a mic in a long time. That's why I'm so happy. But I mean, I could, if you hit me up, I could give you. I mean, I would say I'd give you a list of mics to hit up, but I don't know if I'm the guy to even hit up about that anymore, just because it's been so long since I've been doing that. But I think I could probably find a list of decent ones to hit up.
Yeah.
I think you'll find, like, Ogden. The good thing about a smaller scene is, I think it's easier to, like you said, there's bad mics, but there's got to be good mics, right? Where there's like 10 regular people show up and they're actually like watching the show. Like, does really?
It's tough. It's like we'll be at a bar and people be having dinner or some shit, and it's just like the comedians listening to each other, and that's not even really happening.
Yeah, I mean, a thing when I moved to New York 10 years ago is I realized bad mics, I think, can make you worse as a comic, and you want to kind of, in your first 5 or so years, you want to do every stage possible all the time. I think that's like important, but at a certain point you hit a wall where the quality is more important than the quantity. Now, like, I've seen good comics do bad mics and then get weird laughs and they think that's the joke, and you're like, no, that's just bitter comedians laughing at the unfunny part. Like, that's not making your act better.
Yeah.
And so I think generally I found, like, coming from Buffalo, there were of course bad mics there, but there were mics that, like, either the comics paid attention, or there'd be like 5 to 15 people who weren't comics that were paying attention, and like those were always so much more valuable than like 5 bad mics.
Yeah. No, I'm lucky that I kind of know how to command attention, and I know how to like get the ball rolling. Like, I'm not a quiet person, and when I'm at these mics too, I'm usually, I don't know why it makes me nervous, because I know no one's gonna fucking listen, So I'm like, when I get up there, I already have the fucking energy, and I say stupid shit. I say horrible things, but I know what you're talking about, like where people get like this false sense of like the laugh or whatever. Like, I think I'm really good at like the in-betweens or whatever. Like, if I bomb a joke, I could say something stupid and that will get a laugh. But I know that's not material and that wouldn't work on a show. It's just being like naturally funny,
But there are those people that, and I'm sure you've probably seen it, where they kill at mics and then the comics are like, oh, this comic's good. And you're like, no, because if you put him in a room full of like normal people and he does this shit, it's not going to work.
Yeah.
And that's a tough thing for comics to realize, is like, yeah, you always kind of want to do well, but like, there's no comedian who makes their living performing for like drunk, bitter comedians. That's not a job. The job is performing for like regular people.
Yeah. And out here, like, no one's even drunk,
Yeah, that's true.
it's so lame. That's why I'm so lucky, like, because I'm a bartender. I work at, I have, like, places where I'm able to put on my own shows, and I've built up my own fan base, and I feel like I'm kind of spoiled. Like, every month I can do my own show, and it's like all my friends and, like, all these people who follow me will come out, and I'll always get laughs. I'll always, like, be, like, the star of the show, and then it's like, but at the same time, I'm like, I don't want that, dude. It's like, I mean, it's fun being the ringleader for my own show, but it's like, why isn't anyone fucking having me on their shows, But then I'm realizing people aren't even really doing shows like I'm doing,
Yeah, and it's like, it's one of those things. It's like, count your blessings when you have it, because if you go to a bigger scene, if at some point you move to a LA, New York, Austin, you're not going to have that. And you're going to be sitting in your shitty apartment being like, man, remember when I had that? That was pretty nice. You
Yeah,
know?
remember when I could walk everywhere?
There we go.
Now I'm gonna be one of those scooter guys in Austin. Have you been out to Austin that much?
A little bit. I've been 3 or 4 times, I
Yeah.
say.
What was your favorite spot out there?
I didn't really go club kind of hopping. I mean, I've kind of featured for some comics in Cap City, the old location before it moved, and then I headlined upstairs at Cap City once or twice at the new location, and that was it. I probably stopped one time when I was with Normand. I stopped. I think I did that Velveeta room,
Okay.
but I've never even been into like. I guess I did go and hang out at the New Creek briefly last time I was there because a friend was there. But I haven't been into Mothership or any of the other kind of rooms that are down there.
Yeah. Red Band's Club is nice. I like that. At the tables they have flameless candles, and then the people they turn that on when they want to drink. So there's no like interruptions. There's no like coming to close out the tabs. It's all very
That's pretty smart. What's the name of that club again?
the Sunset Strip.
Okay.
I think every club should have that.
That's smart. Because you know what some clubs are doing now that I think is crazy. It's one of those things that seems like a good idea at first, but in practice is horrible. Is scanning a QR code to order a drink
Oh yeah.
because they think, oh, first of all, it'd probably save money on a waitress or two, and then they're not disturbing. They're not coming by and talking. But like, I think the worst thing now dealing with comedy audiences is dealing with the phones. And
Yeah.
once you get someone's phone out to scan, it's so easy for them to get locked in of like, oh, I got a text message. Let me check. Oh, who is in that movie? And all of a sudden, they're gone for 10 minutes,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah, and how often does that shit not work? And then someone just stands up and is like, "Hey,
Right, yeah. That candle is a pretty good idea. I like that.
yeah." And then especially, it was like it was dark in there, so like I don't know. I wanted like not see everybody. You know what I mean? It like made it more like intimate, and it like that's actually where I met the girl who told me to have you on here. Shout out to Jordan.
Hey, all right.
We were down in Austin. Our phones were locked up at a comedy show. We're both there by ourselves, so they sat us next to each other. They're like, "Hey, you all get along together." We both found out we were from Salt Lake, and then I was like, "Oh, our phones are locked up. I'll never see you again. Goodbye." And then, like the next night, we run into each other on 6th Street or 5th Street or whatever the fuck it is.
Nice.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Crazy. Now we've been going to Skankfest together.
Nice. And what you said this is your third one. Were the last two were Vegas and
Yeah, Vegas.
Austin? Was that the other one?
No, they did Dallas 4 years ago or something. 5 years ago. You should go. You should submit again. I'll campaign for you, dude. I'll tell.
All right.
Rebecca, not the Creek and the Kaplan.
Oh yeah, I think so.
Yeah, she works for Gas Digital. She was there at Skankfest.
Okay.
We'll lobby for you, bro.
Hey, either way, I'm okay either way.
Yeah, it's fun. You don't strike me as the crazy Skankfest type, though. No offense.
No offense taken. I think that's fair. I'm not a crazy skankfest type, no ill will to anyone, but
Yeah. You'd be at craft services with Jeremiah Watkins. This is good cheddar jack.
hey, eating cheese, that sounds good to me. That's my skankfest. I'll eat some dessert and some cheese.
Yeah. They had a green room filled with booze, and it's like the only people there that drink are just like Joe DeRosa and Shane Gillis. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, it's interesting. There's a lot of, I mean, I'm sober, but I feel like more and more, like a lot of comics do not drink like at all.
yeah, and it's a bummer. Everyone makes me feel like I'm fucking Bert Kreischer or something, dude.
Well, you got to stop taking your shirt off. I've been telling you that.
It's funny because you don't know me, but I take my shirt off all the time, and people even scream for it, dude. Like, people love it, dude. But then, like, people see me on social media or whatever with my shirt off, and they're just like, "Oh, you're fucking gross. Put your shirt on, Bert." And it's like, fuck you, bro. Like,
Sorry, he got the shirt taken off first. You need a new thing. You need to go pants now. You need to one up the game. The game's always about being one upping people.
yeah. I mean, I've done. Have you seen people do a shoey where they drink beer out of their shoe?
I have. That's an Australian thing, right?
Yeah, I've done that on stage. I've fought.
You do it with your own shoe or other people's shoes?
With my own shoe. Hell no.
Okay.
Yeah.
Both sound disgusting to me, but obviously one is worse.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, no, they're both. I'm fucking stupid, dude. So this year I always fight at Skankfest to go for free, and then this year I bought a ticket just so I wouldn't have to do that. And then as soon as they asked like who's gonna sign up to fight, I did it anyway and got my ass kicked.
Mm.
So I just love to entertain, basically. I'm kind of just addicted to giving other people joy. Like, I love facilitating like a good time. Like, if someone's like, "Oh damn, everyone went to sleep. Are you gonna stay up and drink with me?" I'm like, "I don't want to, but I'm gonna fucking rally for you." Fucking.
There you go.
I don't know.
Those people are important. You need those people.
Yeah, I don't know how much longer it's gonna last, but.
Hey, that's fair. Yeah, at a certain point you got to protect yourself. You know, Knoxville isn't still doing Jackass. he wants to make sure he has somewhat of a life. You know.
Yeah, he's busy. He's too busy having Precious sit on a chair that's made out of cake on for whatever.
I don't understand that reference, but I'll take your word for it.
Oh yeah, he's doing like game shows now, and he's got these wholesome pranks like, "Oh, the chair's made out of cake." Like, didn't you fucking used to put leeches on your fucking nutsack or something, dude? Like,
yeah, well, it's interesting getting, you know, as you age, because I don't know, maybe you're too young, but I feel I both get the criticism and understand their point of view. Like, for example, Colbert. I think Colbert is a top 10 funniest person alive. Personally, I think the Colbert Report is like an outstanding achievement in comedy. And when he stopped doing it, I was kind of bummed because I'm like, "Oh, you're just gonna be like a regular late night talk show person? Like, that's so been done. It's so like uninteresting." But like, if you're that guy, having to be that character all the time sounds exhausting. Yeah. You know, in the same way of like a Johnny Knoxville, of like, those movies are so good, like underratedly so, like so good. But like, was he going to be 60 and like having someone hit him with a mallet in his dick? Like that's crazier to me, you know?
Which I would pay more for it.
Well, I get it, and I'm not saying I wouldn't. Like, I would be first in line, right? I'd be right behind. I'd be second in line to you to go see it. But like, I understand the self-preservation aspect of it as well.
Yeah, I think they need to do a new season of Strangers with Candy, because now that Amy Sedaris needs less prosthetics or whatever, or less makeup.
There we go.
That actually might be sad too. That might be just like Jackass.
That's another thing. Sometimes you're out there well too long, and it becomes sad anyway. You know.
It's already sad for me. I'm drinking out of shoes. I'm taking my shirt off. It's only been 4 years.
That's right.
Dude.
That's why you got to just be more traditional, because you can't keep one-upping yourself like that.
Dude, that's what I've been saying, bro. I was like, what? I got to staple money to myself, light myself on fire.
Yeah.
Yeah, I need to write some more airplane jokes or something. Fuck it, get real tepid with it.
Exactly. You'll understand. You'll understand that Knoxville change soon enough.
I think that'd be a good character for me though, because like just come out and just be just shy and well dressed and just have thought out jokes.
There we go. Hey, that's not nothing.
Yeah, you got to go hang out with Mark Norman doing it.
There we go. Yeah.
You know who I get to hang out with? Chuck Fury, bro. You know how many times I've seen Chuck Fury's balls? Too many. I know you don't know who Chuck Fury is, but you can kind of.
I could picture. I could picture.
I was gonna say whatever you're picturing, you're right. All right, I don't want to hold you too long. I know you're about to watch a game, so is there any last words from the great Shaun?
Well, check out that special Tuesday, January 6th. It's on Norman's YouTube page. Long story thin. My first special is out now. It's called Neil. You could watch that. Right now, and follow me on Instagram. I am Shaun Murphy. All that or shit. And thanks for having me on. Nice to meet you. Go study that globe, get that car, and I believe in you, baby.
All right, I appreciate you. This will be out sometime soon. We'll probably put this ahead of all the bullshit that I've been recording lately. All right, thanks for hanging out, dude.
All right, thanks, man. I appreciate you.
Dinky, dinky, dinky.